Today is October the 14th, 2014. Today I'm going to do a real simple gumbo. I do know how to cook it with the roux and all that, but I found something that I can use that's real quick. Like if, say for instance, today is Tuesday and it's 5:02 in the p.m. and I'm going to go ahead and fix this, and it'll probably take me like about 2 hours. Let me show you what I'm using, and then I'm going to let you see what I use that's really, really good. Well, you don't need to know about the rice. Use whatever kind of rice you want. But I'm going to use some king crabs. I like dry shrimp. I'm using three type of sausage. I got the brine cocktail smokies. I got the Hillshire Farm beef little smokies. And my favorite sausage is Amanda smoked sausage. And you can get these from Sam's. You get 4 pounds for like 11 something. At one time they were 9, but these are really good. I just got this little pound package from Walmart. And I'm going to I like to have a variety of sausage just to offset the flavor, you know. And I love dry shrimp. These are really, really good. They're hard to find in some areas, but the dry shrimp gives it a very, very good flavor. And also what I'm going to use is some little smaller shrimp. They're fresh ones. I just need to thaw them, but I can do that while everything else is cooking. Okay, here in my pot, I have a whole chicken that I'm going to boil, and I put Tony seasoning, garlic. I got a little minced onion. I got some bay leaves. I got Tony seasoning. I think I may have said that. A little pepper and a little onion powder. I'm just going to bring it up to a boil. And I also put, along with the whole chicken, I have 2 chicken breasts. Okay, here is the secret to my gumbo. You don't want to take the time to brown your roux. You have to stand there and do all that stirring. Here is what you can use. It's a gumbo base by Zatarain. And I don't know if they have it in your area. Sometimes it's hard to find. I can get it here at my Family Dollar. But this is like $1.56 at Walmart here. I bought it as cheap as $1.50. Some places I've seen it as high as $2.29. But it's really good. Make sure you get the kind without the rice. It's just the base. Okay. So what the instructions are, it says to mix 6 cups of water, the gumbo base, and 2 tablespoons of oil in a 4-quart saucepan until well blended, and the lumps are dissolved. Then you stir in the chicken. Let me see if I can zoom. Stir in the chicken or sausage. Bring to a boil. Reduce heat to low. Cover and simmer 30 minutes. Bring to a boil. This is going to be seafood. Reduce heat to low. Cover and simmer 20 minutes. Well, here's what I do. Now, to simplify this even farther, you can actually buy you know how you go to Sam's or somewhere and you get the rotisserie chicken? You can take that chicken and debone it, take that skin off, and you can use that. So the step where I'm boiling, you can mix it. You don't have to do that. Now, instead of just putting my sausage in my gumbo, what I do is I take my sausage and I put bell pepper, onion, celery, garlic, a little parsley. Now you don't have to do this because it has dehydrated vegetables in it, but for me that extra flavor is what I'm after. And when you fry that along with your sausage, and then you add that to this after you've mixed it. Now, if you notice in that pot that I had, I didn't fill it completely with water because I'm going to mix that water with this and add it to that. You don't want to add it with your hot liquid because it's going to lump up real bad. So I'm going to add that cold water, in which I really should have gotten chicken broth. I don't have any. I don't think I have any. But anyway, it's going to still be good because I use the chicken. That's why I like to get the chicken and debone it, because you get the stock from the bones out of your chicken. Okay, but instead of using 1, I use 2 because this is for Tuesday and Wednesday. We got church midweek service, so I'm not going to cook tomorrow. But anyway, like I said, I like to use 3 different sausages, and here they are here. And of course, you get everything on sale. Now this is 1.25 ounces of dried shrimp. I think I paid $2.73, and the king crab. So I'll be right back. Okay, here is the chicken. I'm deboning it. I don't like the bones and I don't like the fat in mine, so I'm going to actually get rid of that. Okay, here, whoa, here I'm sauteing the vegetables and my sausage together. And also at this time, since the vegetables are getting tender, I go ahead and place my dried shrimp in here because they can cook longer, and also that helps with the flavor. So I place them in here, and I'm gonna do that. Now over here, I have the broth from that chicken. Okay. Now you see how little water there is, how little liquid there is now. What I'm gonna do, remember I have that Zatarain's gumbo base. I'm gonna take that and mix that with water. And also it tells you to add 2 tablespoons of oil to each box. And I didn't do that before, thinking that I could use that fat off the chicken. But if you're going to use this, don't miss that step, because what will happen is your seasoning packet from your Zatarans will actually clump up. And it'll be in clumps instead of dissolving the way that it should. Okay, so I'm going to come back and show you. Now here remember we're deboning the chicken. We are sauteing our vegetables along with our sausages now. And then when I get through deboning the chicken, I'm going to add that back to the stock. I'm going to add the sausage to it. And I'm going to also add the dry shrimp. And then we'll let it simmer. And then we'll add the other shrimp and the crab. Okay, the crab is here. I have them soaking. Um, These were $8.99 a pound, regular $15.99 a pound. And then I got little pieces because all of my family don't like the crabs. I like them, but also they make your stock very flavorful. You know, so that's one of the reasons I like to get these little bitty pieces here. But here are the larger ones. So when I get it all combined, I'm gonna come back and show you, and I'm gonna show you how I add that Zatarain's mixture to it. And this is a very easy way to make gumbo. So if you don't like to cook, or you're starting out, you can do this, in the meantime, when you want to make it quick. Okay, hold on. Okay, now, this is what your pie look like. All I've done is mix the sausage with the vegetables, and I mixed the deboned chicken with it. And this is what it should look like if you're going to follow these steps. Now, all we're going to do is place the top on it. Now, let's work on the other part. Okay, now, here what I did, I mixed 6 cups of the water, 6 cups of water, along with the 2 boxes of the Zatarain's gumbo base. And I also put the oil. Remember, don't miss the step with the oil. I know you have the oil from your sausage. You have that the chicken. The broth has a little fat from the chicken, but you don't want to miss this step, because, like I tell you, what's going to happen? It's going to clump up. Now I'm going to show you about your dehydrated vegetables. There they are. You see your minced garlic and onion and all that is dehydrated, and it's in there. So we're going to mix this thoroughly, and then we're going to pour this back into the pot. Now remember, the recipe says 4 quarts. Well, remember I've had the water when I boiled the chicken, so we're not going to have that same amount. But what we're going to do, when you get it and it gets to cooking, you can taste it and you can tell if you don't have enough of the liquid, because it's going to be either too salty or too spicy. And if you have too little, then you're going to have the opposite. It's not going to be flavorful. But you know us, we're going to always add our own little flavor to it. This is just a quick way to make gumbo for somebody who does not know how. Um, you're having to get together at your house, or you're having a party or something. You're watching a game and everybody wants gumbo. All you have to do is fix it this way. I'm telling you, it's good. Now, like I said, you may not be able to find it in your location. Um, hey, maybe give me your information and I can send it to you. Also, those dry shrimp as well. I have a brother that lives in New Hampshire, and we have to send those to him along with the pecans. So, um, but anyway, I've stirred this thoroughly. The only thing you'll see now is that, like I said, the dehydrated vegetables. So we're going to go over and add this. Hold one moment.